as a Muslim, you're taught certain mannerisms. You're taught certain mannerisms as a man. You're taught to lower your gaze. You're taught to deal with people with respect. You're taught to treat a human being respectfully and equally. So, like I told you, the Prophet told. Do you know what the Prophet said about them? Those captives before. He said, the Prophet told us, they are your brothers.
Yeah.
Allah has put them under your care. Your brothers. That's how Allah described them. So if you can imagine your own born brother, how you deal with your own born brother is how you're going to deal with that milk al-yamin.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I don't know if is your point finished? Because I wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
So then, because you kind of brought this up in a way, but like the concubines, or like some people refer to them as the sex slaves, right? How would that be a net positive for society? And do you feel like those women had any choice in whether they wanted to become concubines?
I said to you, I mean, there's so many things there, but we need to understand, like, I use so many things I can say here, but I just don't like this term. It's such a terrible term that only comes from people with perverted minds. The slave, whatever. This just comes from people with a perverted brain. That's all it comes. It never existed in any, like, you can open all Islamic texts. Nobody ever refers to milk al-yamin in that way. It doesn't happen. This is only people with perverted minds that say these type of things. But let me answer you in many different ways. First, who is this person who's a captive before? This is a person who came with the enemy army to kill you and your family. That is the person who's taken as a captive before. So you need to understand that them being taken as a captive is a form of a punishment that they deserve because they're coming in a war to fight against me. And their life is spared. Not only is the life is spared and mercy showing to them, but you feed them from what you eat. Like I said, you clothe them from what you wear. Like no other religion on earth would ever do this. So still, after all of that, there is a form of punishment that is taking place. In this case, is the servitude that they're going to do. So we're not going to look at these people like some innocent people that are kidnapped or something. We need to put that in perspective as well. That's number one. Number two, I mentioned to you that someone can go free if they wanted to. Let's say a woman is taken as a captive before. She says, you know what, I want to go free. But you need to understand why many of them didn't do that. It's because in war, they're already their husbands, their families are died. They're already taken to a new country or whatever after they've been captive. They don't have anyone to take care of them. Society is completely different. There's no airplanes now. Oh, let me go buy a ticket and go back to her. Life did not exist like this. You understand? For you, for instance, to travel from one country to like at the end of the world would take you months. And you need food, you need a camel, you need all of like people live in a completely different world now. So let's say this woman is taken. That's why many of them haven't done that because they already don't have families anymore. They don't have money. They will be more than happy for someone to look after them, take care of them, feed them and clothe them and do all of that without them being needing to ask for it. Anyways, that's what the religion obligated them to do. So when these women were taken as captives of war, if, for instance, let's say a woman says, you know what, no, I don't want anyone to have intercourse with them. And by the way, many of the scholars of Islam will also believe it's not even permissible for you to have intercourse with them unless they're Jewish or Christian. So if they're polytheist women or something like that, you're not allowed to have intercourse with them. Many scholars also believe. So basically, there's so many rules there that people don't look at. Now, let's say a woman, like I said, says, I don't want someone to have intercourse with me. She's taken as a captive before. I told you she has an option. That option to go free is called mukataba, ransoming yourself.
Yeah.
And she can go to the judge, and the judge can force you to give her free if you were against it or something. Allah commands you in the Quran to do mukataba. Anyways, Allah tells you, fakatibuhum, He gives you a command. But if someone says, I don't want to do it, she can go straight to the judge. If she tells you,